Jason Robbins, CEO of DraftKings. DraftKings is a daily fantasy sports site and leader in the industry. I got great ideas from being here. I would definitely recommend this event.
Arnold Harris Shreer, Vice President General Manager of Home Team Sports, a division of Fox Sports. What is Fox Sports? Television network, televising the gamut from MMA to NASCAR to baseball, NFL. Surprisingly, I had no expectations. It's very well run, and I think that it's very well organized. The interplay between speakers and then having the chance to connect with other folks is very helpful. The breaks seem to come at welcomed times. So far, so good.
I'm Rich Williamson. I'm a web development consultant with Dreamco Design. Dreamco Design, we're a web developer, so we actually build websites. So we're not here to provide data. We don't do that. We're not a white labeling system. We custom build websites and fantasy sites in particular.
Zachary Stanley, CEO of Star Fantasy Leagues. Star Fantasy Leagues is a daily, weekly, and season-long technology provider. We do a lot of B2B stuff with different companies, media companies, gaming companies that are looking for a fantasy product. We have a turnkey integration that we provide them, and we're looking both across the US and abroad.
Mike Cardano, Fantasy Sports Network. Fantasy Sports Network is a media company. We operate television network all over North America. You can also catch us, in addition to over-the-top cable, you can catch us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Cloud TV, and distributed across any internet-enabled device.
Eric Cutson with Perform. I'm the Vice President of U.S. Sports Data. Perform is a third-party data provider for global sports with recent initiative in the U.S. market. So our core is international, and now we're migrating over into the U.S. I've been in the industry for 13 years, come from a background of data and content licensing, and I've worked for a number of the data providers in the space and have recently come on board with Perform to oversee U.S. sports distribution. I've spoken with a number of former prospects and clients that I've dealt with previously, as well as made some new contacts that I think are presenting me with good opportunities for content distribution.
I'm Tal Yitzchak Ron from Tal Ron Dreamco Co, law firm from Tel Aviv. We are gaming lawyers, we're based in Tel Aviv. It's the first time that we are here in the Fantasy Expo, Fantasy Sports Expo, how we call it, DFSE. It's an acronym, DFSE. And hopefully it'll be, everybody will say, we are going to the DFSE. And I think it's really good event. And I think I want to give good congratulations to Mark and all the team of Ticonderoga Ventures. I can tell you that it was so organized, everything, the food was excellent, and we met here lots of people who we never met before in verticals that we weren't even aware of. And lots of new connections held here, new clients, some of the existing clients who are now IPOing in several places over the world. We took some kind of really good ideas from them. And I think that the panel that we participated on raising capital, also the moderator, 80-year-old guy, expert, I studied from him and learned from him a lot, and I think that this event is something that will continue and grow bigger and bigger from year to year.
Weusi Erskine, I'm the Director of Enterprise Architect for Coachface LLC. Coachface is the new fantasy sports site, daily fantasy sports site that's based on the coaches instead of the players. So you get a chance to become a manager, essentially. You get a chance to pick your team of coaches and play against other players. Now the stats are still based on the players, how the players perform. So for example, if you have a quarterback coach and your quarterback throws 10 touchdowns, you gain a lot of points as your quarterback coach. Now if your quarterback fails, you lose points, and so on and so forth. Got a couple people that are calling me the coach and looking to join the game for the NFL season. They're already talking about creating their own team and going against each other and so forth. Because our site allows you to play private games as well as join the public games, so they can create a game amongst themselves. If they want to play for money or play for free, they can as well.
Corey Saban, co-founder Newstation.com. Newstation produces 1-minute vignettes, high-quality video, in numerous platforms, whether it be a Minute and Sports Minute, Legal Minute, Parents Minute, Money Minute, etc. And we distribute those nationwide to about 400 media outlets across the country. What I like about this conference is I'm meeting all sorts of people. I'm meeting the hands-on guys in the trenches who are looking to get more involved with fantasy and figure out ways to use content to make more money on their product. I'm meeting guys from Fox Sports who are being challenged to embrace fantasy more for their viewers. I'm meeting guys who are looking to do more interactive in the social component in regards to fantasy. Fantasy is a growing business and a growing niche. Women are involved in fantasy, young people, older people, and that's why Newstation's involved in it, because it's a money-making opportunity, but more importantly, people can access the information about their favorite players, injuries, stats in a 1-minute video right there on their phone.
Christie, Sullivan, president of Kountermove Fantasy MMA and Combat Sports. So we cover 5 different sports, which are MMA, professional kickboxing, boxing, jiu-jitsu, and WWE for marketing value. And then we do games in 8 different organizations within those sports. I saw a lot of people here that I wanted to see in the industry, as well as met some new folks, and I had the opportunity to talk about fantasy MMA and combat as an emerging key sport to be following in terms of DFS. We've been approached for co-marketing, investment, things like that, so it's been good for us here. I think even just by hearing presentations and even giving my presentation, it makes me come up with ideas for what we can do to tweak our product, get input from just even questions that people have about it. Makes you realize, you can step back from your own product and realize how people are perceiving it when they see it almost brand new. So helping refine the messaging in terms of how to describe it even to colleagues, as well as discussing just how to further describe the product, as well as get ideas from what other people are talking about how to market your business as well. So it's good, it's very good.
Jamie Lloyd, Dream11.com, VP of Growth for the USA. We are the #1 daily fantasy cricket site in the world. Meeting all sorts of different people, people involved directly with fantasy sports, others in the marketing world, CEOs. It's really the whole gamut of people involved in the industry, so it's fantastic.
Tony Lester, Sane Capital. Sane Capital, we're an investment venture capital company. We partner with other companies to develop their businesses, particularly in the high tech. We feel that the business has grown to the point where it is a place to invest. It's in its infancy, but it's mature enough that it's investable.
Jesse Merle, CEO, Major League Fantasy. Major League Fantasy is a daily fantasy company operated out of Silicon Valley with the niche differentiator that we have an integrated social network. Came to the event because it's a Daily Fantasy Sports Expo, so there's obviously going to be a lot of people here in the same business. Actually made a lot of meaningful relationships here, so it's a good choice. I'm glad I came. Meeting other CEOs. When you live this kind of life where you're a startup CEO, I mean, it's your everything. So, you don't have a whole lot to talk to people about except for about business. And, you can watch your wife's eyes glaze over, and so this is kind of the only other group of people that, share the same kind of, having only a singular interest in their entire life. So it's kind of nice to be able to talk about it all day.
My name is Warren Corpus. I've been in the affiliate and in internet marketing industry for about 15 years. Partner in a very popular email marketing company for a decade. And now I'm on the technology side. I'm with HitPath, a tracking solutions provider. HitPath is the tracking platform. We basically track any internet event that you could put a pixel on. We're used by a lot of affiliate networks, a lot of advertisers. We've got some multinational companies and e-commerce companies as well. Today, I talked to a panel, talked to some sports owners, some site owners, and some affiliates. You know what? Got 4 or 5 leads just today. This is great. Had a great time here at the DFSE, and I hope to come back sometime.
It's Shannon McEwen with RotoWire.com, VP of Advertising Sales. RotoWire is a fantasy sports news content site. We have multiple websites, multiple tools to really educate users on how to play fantasy sports. We also produce magazines, a SiriusXM radio show, and work with different media partners, including NFL.com, FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN, and many others. This is my bread and butter. I mean, I have about a dozen clients that were attending. Plenty of new guys that are coming into the space that I wanted to meet, shake hands, have that face-to-face connection with. So it's just a perfect place to come for that. It's great for networking, great to really learn more about the industry.
Hello, my name is Dmitry. My title is Vice President of Sales North America, and I represent an Object Style company. We're doing software. Object Style is a company doing custom software, focusing on business automation tasks. We're doing databases integration for sports industry. We're doing security, privacy, encryption, and performance optimization for sure, as a lot of users use sports applications, fantasy sports applications, so all these things. So we're doing everything, and our major client at the moment is National Hockey League in this sphere, so we like to work with them.
Hi, I'm Amit Chandelier. I'm the partner at Winfotech Sports. We are a web and mobile development company based in India, specializing in fantasy sports, and that too Daily Fantasy mainly. We are here as exhibitors and sponsors. I think this is one of the greatest industry to be in right now. It's very upcoming. There is a lot of scope in it, and this was a great platform for us to showcase our skills and look for new ideas, trends, and potentially some new business out of it. I think the best part about a conference like this is that it's very selective. People who come here are coming with some great ideas. They already know that they want to be a part of this business. So yes, I believe we should be able to get some good business out of this.
My name is Christopher Costigan. I'm the founder of Gambling911.com and our sister site, DFS911.com, which focuses on the daily fantasy sports industry. And we have been around since '99 with Gambling911.com, focusing on the gambling industry, covering all aspects of it. And DFS 911 is going to be the same thing. It's only going to be covering the daily fantasy sports industry. I met just about everybody here. This is the first event. It was small but very productive. And speaking to other people here, it was very productive, including myself. I got some business out of it myself.
Sergey Vardanyan, BetConstruct, Director for Americas Office. BetConstruct is a betting and gaming software development company. We just entered to the US market with our fantasy sport and with our free play platform and the poker network. We are proudly sponsoring this event. We are happy to be the part of this organization. We are happy that this is the first one, and we hope it will be growing, and we are glad that we are part of it.
Will Thornton, Business Development Manager, Sportradar US. Sportradar is a real-time data company that provides play-by-play, score, statistics, anything you need to power your daily fantasy site. You know, we saw the list of attendees. We saw that there's a lot of quality players in the daily fantasy space, as well as many current customers that we'd like to touch base with, and figured this was a good space to speak with them and network properly. It's good, you know, a lot of great people to speak with, a lot of new faces that we haven't seen at other conferences, and feels you know, like a good place to meet the people we need to talk to.
Robin Lang, Vice President of HCC Specialty. We are a specialty insurance company, so we provide prize indemnity insurance, ways to tout a large prize but paying only a fraction of the price. So as it relates to fantasy sports, you know, we'd love to come in and make the prizes even bigger and make it even more exciting for members to play more and to entice new membership. We're here mainly to learn about fantasy sports world, and we're new to the industry, and we think our product has a lot of synergy, so networking opportunities and really learning about everything.
So my name's Tony Jamal. I'm the CEO and co-founder of FanGym. We're a mobile daily fantasy sports platform. Well, I found out about this event because I'm always kind of keeping up with daily fantasy news, and somebody sent me the link on LinkedIn, and I figured since it was in my backyard in my hometown of South Florida, I had to be here, and I'm very happy to participate. It's been great so far. I think the coolest thing for me is having come in our second year in this industry. I've seen a lot of these companies online, and I've even interacted with a bunch of people. I ran into our sports data provider, who I've talked to on the phone for the last year. So it's been great to kind of meet people in person that I've interacted with in the industry online. Yeah, I think this is definitely helping me think in a new way, and certainly I've learned a lot from the panels that I'm planning on applying kind of in the day-to-day of our business when I get back. So absolutely. I think all of them have had their whoa moments for me. At least, there's at least been one in every one that I've sat in. The one that I've probably enjoyed the most, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh, the Forbes panel was what it was called, but there was a guy there from Fox Sports who just did a deal with DraftKings, and his insight was incredible. Yeah, that was really awesome. Yeah, I'm meeting people kind of all across the spectrum. A lot of fantasy site operators and CEOs, which is great, but also I met a couple guys who are actually heavy traders themselves, and kind of big gamers. I've met media, CMOs, and a few CFOs. Yeah, it's been very diverse. Absolutely, yeah. I think this is going to be an every year event for me, no question.